Why feeling overwhelmed sucks your energy. I used to be the person who got stuck in YouTube tutorial hell, downloading thousands and thousands of free PDFs and content piling up in folders that I never used. I thought I was building. I thought I was getting ahead, but I wasn't building anything. I was just circling the runway. You're collecting ideas but never using them. Consuming information but never applying it. You know what to do, but cannot seem to do it. It's like reading the rules of a game board 12 times, looking at the manual in different languages, but never actually rolling the dice and making a move. At some point, you have to stop preparing and start playing. This shows up in the ideas still sitting in your notes app, the things you save in your phone but never see again, the content you think about creating but never do, the things that you say you'll do when you're ready. These are all open mental loops. Your brain keeps them running like apps in the background. They drain energy, and the longer you keep them open for, the more overwhelmed you feel. They don't just clutter your mind, they clog your momentum. You stay in motion, but you never really make progress. You can feel like you're busy, but not ever going anywhere. It is not the size of your to-do list, it's the weight of what is left unresolved. This is why you feel busy but never move forward. Until you close the mental loops, they keep replaying in your mind. It's the decisions not made, an action not taken. The brain holds on to it. It burns energy. You feel stressed, stuck, and lost. Think of it like an alarm going off. Your phone is annoying you. This is how you close the mental loop. The alarm is part of a snooze cycle. You acted, you made a decision. The mind said, let's go. No more snoozing, no more second guessing. You closed the mental loop of the realm of should I or shouldn't I get out of bed. This small decision closed the static. It told your system, your physical body, what to do next. Your nervous system acts the same way. It has this nervous open and close feel to it. It's the thoughts, emotions, and behavior. When a loop stays open with an unresolved decision or an unfinished task, your system remains active, burning energy and burning focus. Close the loop and the system stabilizes, clarity returns, momentum builds. But not every loop is meant to be closed. Some are designed to repeat, like getting hungry, tidying the house, planning your week, like choosing what to focus on. These tasks do not end. They are a cycle. They keep coming back, and we cannot eliminate them. We have to refine how we place our energy as we move through them. When it comes to repeated use of energy, whether it be machines or humans, the goal is the same: efficient flow. You act, receive feedback, and adjust and repeat. It's not about perfection, it's about refining the loop with every cycle. This is a closed loop control system, a real-world circuitry model in electronics, where the flow of energy moves in a continuous loop, using feedback to make real-time adjustments and keep the system running smoothly. Why does this matter? Because when a system is operating under pressure, it adapts. This is true for machines, and it's also true for our mind. It takes an input, adjusts in real time, and moves towards balance. Your internal circuitry is built for this, to restore flow, not just to react to overload. You see this in machines like air conditioning systems. They sense the temperature, compare it to the set point, and adjust the output to maintain comfort, all in a seamless loop. And the body does the same. It regulates temperature, balances blood sugar, and it adjusts posture, all without even realizing it. These systems are built for autocorrect. They respond to change, maintain balance, and keep things running smoothly, often without conscious input. But what happens if the system's overloaded? What happens when the loop breaks? When the feedback is ignored, blocked, or ineffective? Think about a faulty air conditioner. The room gets hotter and hotter because it's not adjusting correctly. The conditions change, but the output of the system remains the same. No correction. No balance, just rising discomfort. Or when your blood sugar crashes, the regulation between the food, insulin, and energy goes off track. Apply this to your mind when you carry too many open loops, unfinished tasks, unmade decisions, and unresolved thoughts in your internal systems becomes overwhelmed. You are flooded with input, but lack a mechanism for adjustment. This leads to efficiency dropping, your system becomes sluggish, you lose momentum and clarity. Feedback becomes unreliable, you struggle to interpret what matters. Even small decisions feel overloaded. Errors increase, details slip, you forget steps, you run through tasks with diminished quality. The system overheats. In machines, this means literal heat. In you, it might show up as stress, anxiety, emotional reactivity. It shuts down. Eventually, the system forces a pause, whether through illness, burnout, or emotional crash. You might know what to do, but feel paralyzed not because you lack discipline, but because the circuitry is jammed. You are running without regulation. Your mind, your actions. A closed loop system has 5 key parts: input, controller, process, output, feedback. And you can apply the same to any structure to your mind. And actions. Input, what comes into your mind, the information, the tasks, the decisions. If you take in too much without a filtering system, you are overloading the capabilities of that input. You have to clarify what deserves your attention in terms of input. Controller, this is the decision maker, your values, your goals, your priorities. Without a strong controller, everything feels urgent. Strengthen your inner compass with this. Know what matters and direct your focus accordingly. A process. How do you act on what matters? Thinking patterns, planning, creating. This is where work does get done. Build a clear workflow and routines and help move ideas into action. Otherwise, you're just overthinking things. And output. This is where you produce your results. It's those finished tasks that reflects your process and your priorities. Focus on meaningful outputs, not just the busy work. Small wins close the loop. 5, feedback. The most overlooked part of any system, yet the most vital. This is often where your loops that keep going need to be improved. It's that reflection layer, the response. How did you feel? What did you learn? What changed as a result of your action from the input? Without it, you don't evolve. You repeat, you miss the signal, you start from scratch, and the loop becomes a never-ending cycle of frustration instead of refinement. Feedback is where the growth happens. It's where your systems improve. Check in on that. Did the action actually move you forward? Did you need to adjust the input, process, or your expectations? Without feedback, the system doesn't just stall. It resets into confusion. The often saying is back at square one again. But in a controlled closed loop system, you actually get your chance to come back and improve. When all 5 parts are aligned, the system flows. Energy is used efficiently. Focus becomes automatic and overwhelm fades. Life is simpler, but because your system got smarter. How do you create a smarter system? You do not fix overwhelm by creating more overload. You fix it by closing what's open, reducing noise and restoring flow. Here's where to start. Identify your open loops. List the tasks, the ideas that keep circling your mind. And ask yourself, what keeps coming up that I haven't yet resolved? 2. Close one small loop today. Pick one, finish it. Send the email, make the call, decide the next step. Relief comes so much faster than you think. 3. Design a repeatable system. Some loops, as we know, do not close. Instead of avoiding them, design a system for them. Let them flow through the circuit, not build up as resistance. 4, capture with purpose. You do not need to stop from taking in ideas, but you do need to channel them better. Most people hoard information because they have nowhere to put it. Create a capture system where you can put your ideas right in the circuit where they need to go, somewhere where they are connected to an action and they don't just sit in storage. Sort them by area of life. Are they related to cooking? If you're scrolling past and you see a recipe, put them somewhere where it makes sense. Are they a priority? Should they go somewhere that you can see every day? Should it go on a to-do list? Only you can make this system work for you. But once you see life this way, you're able to optimize everything from your business to your personal life. If you put it somewhere where you don't trust that you'll come back to it, it just becomes mental noise or clutter. When something sparks, channel that. Number 5, protect your focus. Treat your mind like a circuit board. Protect the clarity that drives you forward. Mental overwhelm is not a sign that you're weak. It's a signal that your system is. It's overloaded. Like any well-functioning circuit, your mind needs flow, not friction. When you decide what to close, you want to be able to replicate that. You want it to be able to repeat. Store what matters and restore clarity. You move from noise to signal, from spinning to momentum. This isn't about doing more. It's about thinking cleanly, acting deliberately, and trusting the system you've built to support your energy, not drain it. Overwhelm fades when structure steps in. Confidence comes not by knowing everything, but knowing how to move through things, by actually being and acting in that particular direction forward. Close one loop and let your circuitry return to flow and function. Thanks.